Welcome everybody to Gameyverse. Today is our first episode of the We Need to Talk series. It's what we're gonna be doing from now on with any big games coming out. We're gonna just sit down, give our perspectives on it, and by our I mean Camrin and mine's.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be here together telling you guys some shit about a game that came out recently, but not fully.
Just a multiplayer.
Exactly, but we need to talk about it. So we need to talk about Halo Infinite's multiplayer experience. And, I mean, it's not bad. I mean, 343 has gotten the mark pretty good on this time around. But there are some major problems that I found with the experience. And there's a lot of good to talk about here.
It's very enjoyable compared to like Call of Duty multiplayer games. I had heard somebody talk about, and I highly agreed. They had talked about that, like, when it comes to Call of Duty or Halo comparisons, Call of Duty just has so much going on, not just like dealing with people, but like in perks, score streaks, and other shit happening too. When on this one, it's just basically PvP and vehicles. All you have to really worry about that they may have is vehicles or what they're coming at you with weapon-wise.
Yeah, and that's fun. I mean, this game, when it comes down to it, has always been about your skill level, how good you are, and how good your reactions are.
They 100% have kept that it's just straight skill level. When it comes to like fights and shit. Of course, they still have the basic. Put a half a clip into a man and then punch him.
Now, I can't tell you whether this is a beta or a full release of the multiplayer, and we just haven't gotten the campaign yet, but obviously once it comes out we're going to be getting updates with a bunch of content.
Yeah, I feel like they're definitely going to work on this game a lot, add a lot more to it, because I don't think Halo 5 didn't have any DLC, did it?
Yes, it did.
Did it?
Yeah.
What kind of DLC was it? Was it like multiplayer?
New maps,
that kind of stuff? Okay.
About it.
Because I wonder if they're going to add DLC to this, like, advancements to the story and, like, other shit as well.
I doubt it.
Yeah, I doubt it too, but it'd be nice to see.
It'd be nice to see for sure, especially because this is apparently the first open world.
Oh, this one's going to be open world
Yeah,
Halo.
open world Halo.
Neat, okay.
That we're going to be getting, and we're going to be able to explore the ring.
Oh, that's going to be interesting.
Yeah. So I'm super hyped for that, but as of right now, we've just gotten our hands on the multiplayer. And I gotta say, when I was a fucking kid and Halo Reach came out, I remember my flashback. My happy ass is going to the store. I purchase Halo Reach. I sit down and I am awestruck with how many fucking modes they have. How much there is to do. The Forge, the training, the campaign. And it was such a good campaign that I replayed that so many times. Flash forward to today, I'm I'm still a child, but you know, I go to the store with my depressed.
You're just a bigger child.
Yeah, and miserable. I go to the store with my miserable life, and I didn't actually go to the store. I went to the Microsoft store in my miserable adult life, and I download this bitch from Game Pass, and I don't see beta anywhere in the
title of it,
intro screen or like nothing. So I'm not getting the impression that this is a beta and that this is officially out now.
I feel like they're still gonna add more. I
Obviously,
definitely feel like they're gonna add more.
there's like, compare the modes at launch from when Reach released to now, like, and even Halo 3. There were so many game modes that were just like the developers having fun.
Yeah, which I'm sure they're gonna bring back.
And you don't really see that with this launch. Like, with this launch, there's just 4 game modes, and please make another ranked playlist, because that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
You can't choose the
game modes that you get sucked into.
You can't choose the game modes, you can't choose the maps, and it's pretty ridiculous.
It is pretty rough, and the biggest part, that's one thing I didn't experiment with when you told me to record. I didn't click on the big map thing. But anyway, they added the big map mode.
The big team battle?
Big team battle. They didn't add it, they had it, and I just recently discovered it today. But big team battle, if you enjoy the vehicles in this game, that's the way to go. Like that If you don't have people that like to drive you off the cliff, which happens a lot. Like, I've seen it a lot with the other team even.
Yeah,
that we're playing against.
It's weird, but the vehicles in this game feel a lot...
They feel like...
bouncier.
Yeah, they don't feel as sticky. Like,
yeah, they don't stick to the ground. They bounce. Like, if you hit a rock, you're going to swirl and go under.
You just kind of, like, fly away.
Yeah. Not only does this have, like, 4 game modes that you could choose from, you can't pick the map, but, I mean, I'm only critiquing this because I want it to get better. Where's the infection?
See, that's why I feel like they haven't released everything in the multiplayer yet, because there is a lot missing. Because I ain't gonna say it was shit, because I liked Halo 5's multiplayer. I liked it because there was multiple different things. It wasn't just their game modes. People had put their own game modes in as well that you can mess around with and do stuff.
And that should be what you can do here.
They just haven't yet.
Well, I think...
There's that community tab on here, but I was looking at it earlier. It's just people... that made
slightly tweaking.
Yeah, it's slightly tweaking specific game modes.
That's because I looked into it. That's all you can do is slightly tweak it.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to keep it like that, because one of Halo's big like bring-ins was their giant forge, their big old sandbox that you can completely mess with. Like, that was one of the biggest things in Halo 5, that the only reason why the multiplayer is alive today, it's because there's a giant forge. People can mess with it. People can make their own game modes and shit.
I hate sounding like a fucking boomer, but the generation before last generation's console era is the best era there will ever be in video games, specifically because of the way modern gaming practices are today.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, we'll release a game and then we'll update it later.
Yeah,
like, no, when I pay for a game, or like if I pay for a game...
Well, only benefit to this is the multiplayer we didn't have to pay for.
Exactly, which is awesome.
Yeah.
But if we were to pay for this for $60, I'd be pissed.
Yeah, no, I would not pay $60 for just the multiplayer as it is now.
I'd be pissed. I'd be immensely pissed, because you think about, like, all the Call of Duties on 360. How much content they released...
Yeah.
Compared to how much content is being released nowadays.
Yeah.
And it's with the excuse of, oh, we'll add it in later.
Yeah.
But that's so lazy.
Like, you can put up the argument, too, that, like, Call of Duty Black Ops, well, they had DLC, too. Yeah, but they also had 4 zombie maps on top of a fully made campaign that you didn't have to wait for more episodes to come out of, on top of a fully, like, ready-to-go multiplayer. Like, you know, it was ready to go. You had to buy DLC, yeah, but it was extra stuff to a completed game.
Why can't we do that anymore?
I don't
What
know.
What is the deal with corporations going, hey, let's fucking put a game out there with the base minimum we could, like the bare minimum we could do.
And that's, like, in my opinion, that's like one of the biggest reasons Anthem failed.
Oh, well, it's one of the reasons it's dead.
Yeah, it's one of the whole reasons it's dead.
They have this lazy mindset of like, oh, we'll do it later.
Yeah,
well, like,
aren't they talking about closing servers? Like, Anthem servers being shut down now?
Yeah, and it's full on, like, these adults and corporations are acting like children when it comes to developing their games.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a chore. It's not like they're saying clean your room. You should love working on what you're working on. Now, there are cases where that may not be true, and that's fine. Like, shit sucks sometimes.
Yeah.
But when it comes to this popular of a franchise, how can the devs on 343's end not have as much fun with it as Bungie did when they owned it?
And see, that's one thing I'm noticing too. One thing I have noticed with this multiplayer, though, is like 343 has come through to the degree of fixing some of the problems that people and gripes that people had with the multiplayer.
Yeah.
They had fixed a bit, which I'm excited to hear about, just because the stuff that they release for it also could insinuate that they may fix stuff that people currently have gripes with about it.
Yes.
Which I'm hoping they listen to their community and
which is why we need to critique things.
Yeah.
And not be so accepting of like, oh, it's just the way it is now. Like, no.
Yeah, no, it has some issues. It has some issues, without a doubt.
Yeah, it needs infection. It needs griff ball. Let me take out Capture the Flag, because I suck at Capture the Flag. I suck so hard at Capture the Flag, and yet this fucking game knows it. This game knows it, and they throw it in every time. And it fucking sucks, because I am not good at that coordination. And let us choose the modes.
But honestly, like the biggest gripe I have probably for this game is the battle pass.
Oh yeah, the progression system. You mean it's not the battle pass, Cameron?
Well, no, it is. It's because when this
the
season
progression system.
Well, no, it's not. It is the battle pass because when this season ends, you're back at level 1.
You're being too literal.
Yeah, you're back at level 1 though. I'm not wrong.
I'm making a joke.
Oh, okay. But yeah, so the battle pass. Apex had done it at one point in one season. Apex had released a battle pass where you increase in levels depending on challenges that you complete for that week and so on and so forth. And that's what they're doing here in Halo. And it's kind of upsetting because it's really hard to progress because I can go a game, get 21 kills, 5 deaths, but only still get 50 XP. Like, that's kind of shit. Like,
yeah.
You know, I did so well in this game, reward me more experience to increase my battle pass.
Yeah. For every kill, you should at least get, I don't know, 100. Like, and if you wanna say like, oh well, if we do that, people are just gonna bust through our battle pass. Make it longer.
Yeah, make the battle pass
make
XP
it longer. Add more stuff to get.
Yeah,
and you will drive people to want to do better.
Yeah. It's hard to increase level in the battle pass where you get challenges that are nearly impossible to the game modes that you're not good at. Not only that, but since you can't pick the specific game modes, like right now I have 3 missions in my battle pass. One's like win 3 capture the flag games, another one's win 5 domination games.
Yeah, how
and
the fuck are we supposed to do that if we can't pick?
Exactly. And so I'm sitting here playing these games over and over again, only getting 50 XP towards my battle pass, and that's because I'm not getting the games it's asking me to beat.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I can't pick the ones I want to go do so I can increase my challenges on the battle pass, and I feel like if a challenges is such a big thing in it and they can't really get rid of it because, you know, it takes up part of the thing, to make the challenges have something else. Make it to where if you complete a challenge, then yeah, you get XP, but don't have it as much anymore. I know you can update the XP. I know you can do that.
Yeah, not only that, but if you do the math, each tier system is about 1,000.
It is.
Right?
Each tier system is a 1,000 level
1,000 XP. So you get 50 each time. If you were to want to progress 10 tiers and not by not doing any of the challenges,
yeah,
it would take you over 100 games to get to tier 10.
Yeah,
that's ridiculous.
I believe it's
20. 3.
It's 20 games per level up. That's what it is.
Ridiculous.
So you would hit 100 games at 5. It's 200 games at 10.
Oh my god! That just makes it even dumber.
Yeah,
because like the more you push back on the progression, the more people don't want to progress.
Yeah. One thing I noticed too, what they did with this battle pass compared to other battle passes in other games. This battle pass, you can't win the in-game currency back to rebuy the battle pass.
Yeah.
Reason being, it's because they made it to where you can pay for level ups in your in-game currency.
Yep.
You can pay for battle pass level ups with your in-game currency, which I guess is an okay trade-off.
Especially because it's cosmetic, but still, if that's your only progression system.
Yeah, what I mean by that though, I guess that's an okay trade-off. You know, you don't give the in-game currency through the battle pass because you can buy your battle pass. I get that. That's fine, I guess.
But that's cheap.
But it is cheap. You know,
it's so cheap.
There's so many good cosmetics, and you know, I can be the best player in my match, but guess what? I'm leaving my match with only 50 XP.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You could get 30 kills in a game.
Yeah. Not trying to boast my Halo skills, just throwing it out there. I'm just saying it's one of those things.
Yeah, you could get 30 kills in a game. Do the best ever you've ever done in your life, and you feel like you've done nothing.
Yeah, it's because you only get 50 XP.
50 XP for each 1,000 XP tier is nuts.
Yeah, it is.
That's
nuts.
insane. You shouldn't do that. And I the only reason I see it being there is corporate greed, and that's what really pisses me off about this generation's form of gaming.
Yeah.
It's all greed. And as long as we keep fucking buying into it, because I did. I fucking bought into it. I paid $50 for it. Fucking dumb. I'm an idiot. Don't do that.
Well, I had paid $25 into it just to get the battle pass, just so I know what it was like. By the way, if you buy your battle pass, I noticed this because I made it to level 2. if you buy your battle pass, it resets you. So there's no reason to progress without buying the battle pass because you'll be resetted. Because I made it to level 2 in my battle pass, then I bought it and it put me back at level 1, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Cheap. Shame on you, 343.
Yeah. If that's a bug, then they need to fix it. But at this point, it doesn't seem like a bug because there's been no talk about it.
And don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm not trying to say
the multiplayer
this
is
game
great. Yeah, the game's fun. The game itself is fun.
Yeah,
it's the way you earn your cosmetics and the way you progress is kind of a letdown.
It's a huge letdown.
Yeah, and
go reach mode when you go to fucking level up. Earn your gear.
I'm surprised they didn't look more into it because Apex is a very close, like, it's involved in the Titanfall story, Apex Titanfall. That's very close to, like, Halo players. A lot of Halo players moved to Titanfall when Titanfall 2 came out.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of Halo players went from 4 to Titanfall 2 because they liked the multiplayer in Titanfall 2. And then Apex. You would think 343 would have learned Apex did this and people hated it and were leaving the game because of it.
Yeah.
There was a reason.
Yes.
Like, go back and get rid of that.
At a certain point, you got to see this 343. Your community is only gonna, it's gonna at some point just say, I'm gonna go into games to just complete challenges. That's all I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
Like, not worry about bettering your skill or nothing else. They just get their challenges done and then they just wait out the game.
Yeah.
And that's how I can see myself eventually playing this if this isn't updated and fixed. You need a progression system. You need armor challenges. Like, give me some challenges where I could earn some badass helmets by doing some badass things.
Yeah. And, like, I honestly, at this point, I would rather have it where I have to earn 3,000 XP to level up, but I don't have to do challenges to do it. I can just do kills and earn XP through games.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you're gonna do a fucking strict battle pass, don't do it.
I'd rather have it skill based than challenge based.
Exactly, because you're just dicking off at that point. There's no reason.
Oh, another gripe that we had ran into. Kevin had used the in-game currency he had gotten to purchase a specific armor set and stances, which did not unlock until he hit a specific level in the battle pass.
Which is stupid as fuck.
Yeah.
If I'm going to pay money for something, which I did, thinking, oh, this armor set's badass. I did. Why the fuck do I have to wait to wear it? I just paid for it.
Yeah. You had paid for it, and then you had to wait, how many levels? I think it was 5.
Yeah, it was 5.
By the way, there are 2 battle passes in this game. One battle pass you have to pay for. The other one doesn't unlock until you buy the primary. There is an event battle pass that you get as well, but the event battle pass doesn't level up unless you play the event.
Yeah.
And by the way, Kevin bought the armor for the event, which means if Kevin would have never participated in the event to unlock the armor, he would have never gotten the armor he paid for.
Yes. Shame on you, 343.
Yeah.
For all of those fuck-ups.
Like, there are... It's just cosmetic things that they have problems with. They have the greed shit going on with them. The
microtransactions, the community favorship. Like, you need to realize that your community is dedicated. You want them to make game modes for you? They fucking will.
Yeah, they will. They have.
They do.
The only reason 5's multiplayer was alive was because of the community game modes.
Exactly. You guys have dedicated fans. Utilize it. Utilize it and have some faith in your community.
Yeah.
Now on to the good shit, because I have a lot of good shit to talk about as well.
Yeah, that's just... Honestly, that's the only real bad thing about the multiplayer, is the battle pass and progression system.
Yep.
Everything else is actually really good. They did a really good job.
Fucking
on the
awesome.
Actual gameplay is really good.
The gameplay is good. It got me so hyped. We'd be playing with our group and fucking screaming in joy because of, like, we dominate.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun when either by yourself or with friends, unless you're like me, and when you start doing bad, you get a little heated because you think you're bad at the game.
Yeah, and it's really... I like how they have it going on right now. I feel like it's probably going to change in the future, but right now, Their fighting system is 4v4 on small maps. I feel like they might do a 6v6 small map thing eventually.
That'd be fine.
Yeah, but right now it's 4v4 small maps unless you do the, what was it, Big Team Battle?
Yes.
Which Big Team Battle is then 12v12 on larger maps. Hardest thing on Big Team Battle is if you don't have a vehicle, you're probably going to die. You can't run out.
Time. And,
yeah.
I mean, like, I'm not one of those players to enjoy that kind of gameplay. I like the small maps.
Yeah, the small maps are really fun and interesting. It's easy to flank, easy to get around. Not only that, but in my honest opinion, my favorite weapons in this is the melee weapons.
I love all the new weapons they introduced in this game.
I hate the heat cannon, whatever the hell that's called.
Oh, the little beam.
No, not the little beam, not the sentinel rifle. The thing that you have to charge up and you shoot and it just shoots a fucking fireball.
Oh.
Because if you hit somebody with that fireball, it doesn't do damage. It's just the fire it leaves on the ground that does the damage.
Yeah.
And it's kind of annoying. But other than that, most of the other weapons are actually pretty decent.
Oh yeah, I love the bulldog, dude. That shotgun's
iconic. Yeah, that shotgun's really good.
It's good. It's so good.
They introduced a new special that you can obtain for your armor, the grappler, the grappling hook.
Yes.
And oh my god, if you have the grappling hook and you're good at sticking people with it, and you have the grav ham, it's fucking game over, man.
The repulsor is so good too.
The repulsor's good for that reason.
It's a mobile gravity, or it's a mobile Spartan lock.
Yeah, and I wanted to test it on the repulsor. I wanted to know how good it was. We were playing the large team deathmatch.
Yeah.
There was a guy coming at me in a warthog, trying to run me over. I used my repulsor and it blasted him back. I was shooting the warthog. Then he started going again. My repulsor recharged. I fucking hit him with it again. And I just kept shooting him. I'm like, you can't get me, boy.
No, the multiplayer's silky smooth. I like most of the maps.
It looks really good too. The graphics are really well put together. Every little design on the armors look really good.
Oh yeah. I love the style they brought back, because they brought back the sleekness of Halo 3 instead of the like super detailed digital style that was Halo 4 and 5.
Yeah.
Now it's all like simplified.
Yeah.
And I totally dig that. I'm a huge fan of that shit.
One of the coolest things they have right now, too, of course it's hard to obtain, but the customizations and stuff like that are really neat, because you can unlock old school armors from Reach and then old school armors from the original Halo games. You can straight up look like Master Chief in the multiplayer by upgrading your battle pass, which pretty fucking difficult, but you're able to. The customization's really good. The customization's really nice. Not only that, but they added... I don't know if they had it in Halo 5. I didn't play much of the multiplayer besides like custom games, but now you can change the color on your weapons and add specific tags on it and that kind of stuff.
You could do that.
Was it
Halo
before?
5, yeah.
Okay. But yeah, it's really... I love it. I love being able to make my character my own. The only real big gripe I'd have to say about it is you can't pick the exact color palette you want, but most color palettes will accommodate for what people do want.
Yeah.
So,
which is fine. It's still, to me, that's just more greed. Yeah. To me, that just seems to me like they're like, hey, you need these specific colors. Give people freedom. 343. That's the best thing you can do with this game, because it's the most hyped game of the year. Yeah. Please, just give the people freedom. Let them choose the maps, the game modes, the colors. Just let them choose, man. We the people.
And all the vehicles are really good. All the vehicles are, of course, the exact same classic vehicles. The only thing I have noticed so far in the multiplayer, flying vehicles are actually a lot harder to come by in the multiplayer than I have in the
when people do get them, they're really
devastating.
Fucking hard to get rid of.
Yeah, there's only one weapon that locks on, and not only that, but it's a grenade launcher. So you have to hit the bastard a lot before it actually
sees you.
Yeah, before it actually does damage. Not only that, but you also have to find the specific spot where it spawns and or get lucky when you're playing Fiesta mode and spawn with one.
Which I will tell you right now, if you want to get good at this game, memorize where the weapon spawns are.
Definitely. The weapon spawns are definitely a big
You're not going to win every game going around with an assault rifle. That's just not how this works.
The weapon spawns, the way they did the weapon spawns is nice too. It's completely timed. Where
is it random?
No, it's not random. It may be random every time a new game starts, but after you find out where that weapon is, it's
there
not
forever.
Yeah.
Which I think would be nice to just add it a random.
Yeah.
Like they did in old games.
Well, the vehicles are random. The vehicle spawns are random, which are neat and a pain in the ass at the same time, because there was one time I went to the vehicle spawns. You get a little AI that tells you when shit comes in. Vehicles drop. And I go down and look, and there's just 2 fucking mongooses, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, you're not even giving me the mongoose with the blaster on the front. It's just a straight quad that I can't do anything with.
You can hit people.
That's it. And most people jump over those bitches. They see them coming and like.
There's a weird glitch that we experienced that I experienced too a couple times where we'd hop on a mongoose and not be able to get off.
Yeah,
that was weird.
It's happened to me twice now. The last time we played though, I didn't.
It's not game breaking.
No, it's just like, why can't I get off my vehicle? Why am I stuck here?
Yeah. Let me tell you, this game knows how to fucking grind my gears, dude. I don't get. The last time I got so mad at a game was probably in like Rainbow Six Siege a year and a half ago. This game knows how to grind my gears, and maybe it's because I know I should be good at it, and when I'm doing bad at it, I just fucking get mad at myself and I just get heated.
One of the hardest shit about the game too is like, this isn't the game's fault. I'm not griping on the game.
Our fault.
But like when you spawn with weapons that are complete, because the weapon spawning is completely randomized on Fiesta. When you spawn with weapons that are jack shit, and there's nothing you can do about it, it's hard, because then the other team starts getting the advantage, because technically your team is in a way down a player because you have crap weapons and you can't compete. Not only that, but then oh my god, the biggest gripe I have with this game is the respawn time. You have to wait a whole 10 seconds to come back. That is so much time. You can get so much done,
especially in capturing objective game modes.
When it's
capture the flag, when it's control.
Capture the flag, control, or oddball. If it's any one of those game modes,
shorten it to 5 seconds.
The respawn time is devastating.
Shorten it by half.
Yeah, it's rough. It's really rough.
So in a nutshell, before we end this, I love this game. I have high hopes for it. I really think, like, within the next half year, I'm gonna be all over it.
Yeah.
Nothing else is gonna come in my head other than Halo Infinite, because this game is good.
Yeah.
It's not bad. It just has major problems with it that need to be fixed for it to be more enjoyable. Yeah. I want 343 to be successful.
Yeah.
So to be successful, listen to your community.
Yeah, take this opportunity to listen to your community and try, because I guarantee that there's more than just us that agree with this kind of shit that's going on with the game.
Yeah.
Like, and of course, the game's not terrible. Like, I'm not saying it's terrible. Like, nobody get mad. We're saying
good.
It's bad.
We're good on the game. Dude, like, I love this game.
Yeah. In my opinion, the rating I'd give it out of 5, I'd say like 3.5 out of 5. And that's
only a solid 4. I mean, like, because I have so much fun gameplay-wise, I don't mind waiting for progression. But if that doesn't change soon, my score will go down
right.
to a 3. Because right now I have hopes. I have high hopes that they're going to fix it.
Yeah, I only give it a 3.5 right now. It's because if the game was just this and there was nothing else, it's an okay game. It's not, like, amazing, not mind-blowing. But if they add more,
it brings you back to your childhood years, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Like, if you're in your fucking 20s or early 30s or late 30s, and you want to pick this game up, but you're, like, hesitant because you don't want your heart broken, you'll feel like it was Halo 3 again.
Yeah. Like, my score will definitely go up for this game if they add more to the multiplayer, like game modes, and release the sandbox for the community tab.
Yep.
Because right now, you can do sandbox, I just found it, but you can only do it in custom games.
Yeah, and you can only customize your custom games like a little bit. There's no in-depth what you can make people spawn with.
Yeah, there's no like map building, you know.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And I don't, like, they already said that they're delaying Forge mode. But that's not what custom games is. Custom games is to find newer game modes that you necessarily didn't like beforehand.
Yeah. And I can't, there's so many game modes in the previous games that they've had in every single game up until now that people severely enjoyed, like Infected. You're talking about Infected.
We need that.
That's a game mode that everybody's enjoyed since Halo 2 was when it was introduced. I don't think it was in the first one.
I think it was Halo 2 or 3.
Yeah, one of those ones. But ever since then, it's been in every single Halo up until now. Even ODST. It was an ODST. ODST sucked. There's just some game modes. Can't wait to see come back. Hopefully they do come back. And I really hope they fix the Battle Pass. I don't like this challenge progression system. Yeah. It's kind of shit.
Yeah. Well, it's been fun, ladies and gentlemen. But unfortunately, I'm gonna play some more Halo Infinite and wait for 343 to fix their stuff. So
jump back on it and suck some dick.
Y'all have a good night, ladies and gentlemen.
See you next time on what was the name of this? We need to talk about that.
We need to talk.